Hi everyone, this is Deborah Moore. I'm one of the librarians here at Cerritos College, and in this video I want to show you how to search for some articles for your research paper. Specifically, I want to show you how to search the databases that we get from a company called Proquest. We get several good databases from them, and they all search in the same way. We have another video about how to search the databases that we get from a company called EBSCO, so you can watch that one if you like when you're searching those. So to start today, I'm going to go to the link called Research Databases on the library homepage, and I'm going to scroll way down to the bottom of this long alphabetical list and pick US News Stream. This database has 1,000 or so newspapers from around the country. So newspapers are usually good to use when you want either something very up to date or you're trying to find maybe an example for your paper. You want to have sort of a case study of when something happened. So if you were working on the issue of diversity, I was thinking it might be good. I don't know if you heard about this, but a while ago, an employee at Google wrote a memo about how women were not as qualified to work in tech, and he ended up getting fired. So let's see if we can try to find an article about that happening. So first, we'll just put in Google. So we get over 700,000 hits. So that's way too much. So now we want to narrow it down. So you want to put in a connecting word. So I'm going to put an and to narrow it down. And I know it was an employee there, so I'm going to try the word employee. And let's see what that does. Now we only have 100,000 or so. Still too much. And I know he said something about women. And I know he got fired. So let's try and fired. And hit enter. Okay. We still have almost 3,000, but I got what I wanted. So you see from this title, Google fires employee who wrote memo criticizing diversity initiatives. And then the CEO said something. And this is from the Wall Street Journal, which is a very respected newspaper that focuses on business issues. So if I want to see this article, I just click on full text. And now I have the whole article. I can print it out if I'm somewhere I can print. I can email it to myself. So you pop in your email address and your name. You can give it a message if you like in a different subject, and then hit continue. You can also get some help citing this article if you click on Cite. They're giving you MLA 7th edition. You are probably need to use the 8th edition now, so they're a little bit behind, so you would want to change this. The other way you can get help with your citation is to put it into EasyBib. And if you're familiar with using EasyBib, then click on Save, click on EasyBib, and it's okay that it says MLA 7th because you can change it to 8th in EasyBib, and click Continue. And they're asking you if you want it without the abstracts, which is the way you want to get your citation. And then it's going to put it into EasyBib. And if you have an account with them, you should log in, okay, so that it keeps them. I have one in here from before, so that's why I have two. So here's the one we just got. So they're putting it in for me, and it's in MLA 8th style. And if I do this with all my articles, then I could get my works cited page at the end. So let me go back to our database. So after you're done with this article, you of course can go back to results. And you could either look at some other articles or you could change your search. So you could say, maybe you want to get more broad. Now that you found an article about that particular problem, maybe you could say more generally, companies and diversity and policies, maybe. Do they have some guidelines? Wow, we got really a lot. So we got more than 72,000, so there's a lot in there. So the other way that you can narrow down what you get, you could look at the dates. This is going back all the way back to 1962. So we want to be much more recent than that. So let's drag this over. And then you do update. We still have way too much. We're still looking at quite a few years, so you could drag it again. We still have a lot, but that's much better. Okay. You could do some other things. You could look at the different document types. If you click this down arrow, you could say, okay, I only want to read commentaries about that or feature articles. Okay, so if you click that, then you only get those 80 that are feature articles. And then you could, of course, look at them again and send them to yourself. If you want to look at the other databases that they offer, if you go into Change Databases, these are all the ones that we get from this company. So these are actually ebooks. But the two I'd like to show you is Ethnic News Watch. So that is good if you're doing issues that you think the ethnic community would have something different to say about. So they have papers that come from the ethnic communities in there. So La Opinion is in there, the Sentinel is in there. So it's good for that. So it's searching totally different things than US Newsstream. And Gender Watch is good if you're doing gender issues. There might be something in here about the Google issue. So if I switch, you'll see it looks just the same. Let's see. I don't know. We'll see if we can get something about the Google topic in here. Google and employee and fired. Let's see. In this case, I don't think that we got something about that particular issue, but we did get something about gender stereotypes and job applicants. You might be interested in some of this. These all mention Google because I put that in the search. But you can see that it looks just like the other one, so it works just the same. You look at the article and you have those same options as far as citing and emailing and saving it to EasyBib if you want. Not sure why it's not showing right now. So I think I'll stop there. So that's how you can search for articles in any of the databases that we get from Proquest. Please watch the other articles or the other videos if you want to know about how to search the EBSCOhost databases. And as always, if you have any questions, please come to the reference desk in the library if you can. Or if you're off campus, you can also chat with us. As long as the library is open, there will be somebody watching this chat. So you could chat if you were off campus. And I do want to mention that these databases will work from off campus just like they're working for me in this video. The only difference is when you try to go to them, it will ask you to log in. So before it lets you in, it'll give you a couple boxes. So you just log in with your ID number and your 8-digit birthday, and then you'll get in just the way I did. So you could be at Starbucks or you could be in your living room. They'll work the same all night. They're up all night. The librarians are sleeping, but you can still get to the databases. So I hope that was helpful, and I will talk to you later.